Hello and welcome to the Saskatchewan Ringette's YouTube page. We are streaming live for the U16B bronze medal game, the U16B Division. This game is the last of their season. It's been a good year for both teams. And I'm joined here, my name is Gabriel Croswell, and I'm joined here with JC Kale. She's the coach of the University of Regina's Cougars Ringette Club. JC has played 2 years in the National Ringette League and has a background in highly competitive ringette, including AA Ringette and the Canada Winter Games. So thanks for joining us, JC.
Thanks for having me here. I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to see these girls do really well here.
So in this level of ringette, what are some of the key points that these girls need to be focusing on in order to bring home the win today?
They're just got to have heads-up plays, good passes all over the ice. This level, you just got to have a lot of fun with it as well. If they're not having fun, they're going to be a little bit stressed out. So they just got to come on and relax, have fun, and just enjoy the moment. It's a bronze medal. We've worked hard for it all season. Just got to go out there and have fun.
That's some good information. When they come back and watch this game, I hope that they take that to heart. Got both teams warming up. The refs are on the ice. We'll probably get underway shortly, seeing as we are a little bit behind today.
Welcome everyone to the U16B League Championship Bronze Medal Game. In the white jersey, the Regina Ringette. With coaches Claire Powers, Graham Long, Scott Weaver, Sean Sebastian, Yolanda Mack, and manager Darla Lawson. And in the black jerseys, the Buffalo Flames Renegades, with head coach Steve Devers, coaches Brian Goulet, Eva Grant, Michelle Bouchot, and Tracy Stesson as manager and coach. Good luck to both teams.
So that was Darren Degenstein doing the announcing tonight. That's why I'm doing the main announcing for this YouTube page. He's got this whole setup going and it's going well. Now, if you take a look at your screen here, you will see a QR code that has popped up. Now, if you take a picture of that QR code with your phone, and you can give us your information, just your name and where you're from and who you're cheering for, and we'll do a little shout out for you, shout out your name during the game and say thanks for watching. So if you're watching, take a picture of that QR code and let us know who you're cheering for. A much larger bench for the Wrath than they do for the Renegades this game. Wonder if the fatigue will be a playing factor for this one. Oh, we already have our first shout out here. So we've got it coming up here. We have Barrett watching from Regina, and you're watching from Lynx, and you're cheering for Coach Brooke Lawton. Thanks for watching, Barrett. We appreciate you having us here, and welcome to the page. All right, to start this game off, we have the Wrath making their free play, moving into the offensive zone with speed. Here is Caitlin Matt getting her first shot off and a big save, rebound, loose ring in front of the net, and that's taken behind the net by the Wrath offense. Here's Matt with it still. She gets a shot off and it sneaks in. Right off the bat, she gets an early shot. They come out strong and it goes short side for the first goal. Casey, if you ever have anything to add, please feel free. Don't be shy.
I was going to say that's a good momentum builder for the Wrath. They're coming out hot, scoring within the first minute here. And awesome defensive play on the line as well. The Wrath really needs this coming off being visitor teams here today. So let's see if they can keep the momentum building.
And now the Renegades are looking to answer back here. So we have a drop pass from Kinch. She fakes it and she gets a shot off. This is picked up by Mika Stechishin. Sorry if I'm butchering that last name. And Mika battled for it and it gets sent out into the neutral zone. That is picked up by the Wrath. And here is Nalia Roland who sends it in. Rollins sent it in back to Matt. Matt scored that first one, gets a shot off. The rebound goes across, not picked up, and there's a loose ring on the side. They race for it. Rollins with it now, looking for her lane. They're keeping her outside. The shot goes wide, and it's picked up by Sydney Horde, who's taking that in the side there. She's under pressure, trying to move behind the net. Skates around, gets her shot off. Big save made by the goaltender there. I believe the goaltender is number 1, Chantel Shields for the Renegades. That's a good save to start the game.
Looks like we have a penalty on the play here. Looks like it is going to Renegades, so we'll see if the Wrath can build on that momentum and take advantage of the power play.
I didn't actually see that. Oh, hauled down behind the net. Looks like that is Laren McKay heading to the bench for the first penalty. And the Wrath that are up by 1 will have their opportunity on the power play. All right, the Wrath make their free play pass. Here we have Eva Heinz with it right now. She's looking to get a shot off, gets it off, but it doesn't hit the net, and it's recovered behind the net by Sierra Sherrill. Sierra Sherrill making that relief pass, a shot from the outside, a good save made by Chantel Shields. And behind the net, it's recovered there by the defense, and it's sent out to the neutral zone. That was Emily Thick passing it out. A little bit of battling for the ring there. A free play, it was tied up there by the Renegades, and so they'll take coverage or control of it. Renegades with their free play in the neutral zone, trying to make their break-in pass. She sends it deep. That is Amy Devers with it now. Devers makes her centering pass, can't get through. Here's Kaylee Nestman. Nestman with it now. Quick move to get by the defender. She looks for a shot in the lane, does the drop pass. Drop pass is good, backhand shot. Big save made by the goaltender. That's Kendall Kuntz in net for the Wrath, making a good save there. That tip goes back into the offensive zone. Recovered there by Rollin. Rollin trying to get it out. Rollin makes that pass out, breaking out. Kind of fumbling with it there. A little bit of a body, but she manages to not draw the penalty. Rollin takes that shot, gets stopped by the goaltender. The ring is loose behind the net. Everyone's stabbing at it, trying to get a hold over it. Controlled now, and the goaltender gets the ring. Goaltender sending it out. They look to break out of the offense or defensive zone. Neutral zone now, break-in pass. Here's Arden Brule, gets a shot, and they follow over each other. A bit of a crease violation.
That was a good play out of the zone. They really utilized the give and go, and she had almost a breakaway there, so that was a really good offensive break on that. Defense had a really good step up as well. Unfortunately, it ended up in the crease, so it is Renegades' ring, and we'll see if they can create an offensive opportunity here.
So here we have number 18, that was Gabrielle Kinch making that free play pass. With it now, that's a drop pass back to Gabrielle. Drop pass from Ella Schrader, or Schroeder. And the pass across goes 5-hole. That's a goal by Caitlin Merrick. Merrick with a goal. The assist to Gabrielle Kinch and Ella Schrader, or Schroeder. I'm sorry, I don't know which one that's pronounced. Do you know how this one's pronounced?
I'd say Schroeder.
Schroeder? People from my hometown pronounce the other ways. So. All right, and the Wrath making their break-in play here. Trying to get a deep bounce pass off the boards, and she does beat her there, so that's Caitlin Matt with it again. Fighting for the loose ring in the corner there. It's recovered by Gabrielle Kinch, who's trying to make her way out for the Renegades. Breakout pass, goes right through. We got a two-line pass here. Renegades trying to stay right on it there, so not to let them break out. Wrath doing their best to break it out. Little battle along the side of the boards. Looks like it's tied up.
Gabrielle Kinch and by number 14, Ella Schroeder, top of the goal, 16:36. Merrick, Kinch, Schroeder at 16:36.
All right, here we have Mika Stecheshin, and she makes her play to Ava Aldkorn. Aldkorn sending that ring behind the net. It gets picked up by the Wrath defense. The Wrath trying to send it out. That ring goes two lines. And it looks like the winner of this race will be Ella Schroeder. Schroeder with it now, going out of the zone, looking for a breakout. Gets the breakout pass, it goes through, and that ring kind of awkwardly bobbles all the way back. An opportunity here for the Wrath. Here's Rollin. Rollin with it, taking it around the corner. Rollin moving, cutting in, trying to get that shot off, gets tied up by the defense, and a crease violation. That's the goalie's ring. Oh, a little bit of a slip and fall fumble there, recovered by Sydney Horde with it now, who's skating behind the net. Horde does a drop pass to Rollin. Rollin gets a shot, and that's a save by the goaltender. Goaltender passes it out, and the Wrath stay on it again, not letting them break out at all here. Another shot goes off the toe of the goalie, and they pass it to their goalie. A little bit of control here. Behind the net pass so that they can break out. Breakout's out. Here's Aldkorn with it now, passing it in. Pass does not connect. And they have it behind the net here. Here's Lennon Shaw getting hauled down. No penalty call there. Oh, there is a penalty. I see the arm go up on the other referee. I think that was a blue line violation as well, so. Tripping penalty for Gabrielle Kinch. That's number 18 for the Renegades. They try the shots. The Wrath cannot seem to put it in. And now the Renegades are making their way to breakout. Breakout pass is good. That goes to Caitlin Merrick, who's got her first of the game already. She's tied up. And they managed to pull it off her. Caitlin Matt takes that ring and is trying to break in. They send it deep. Race for the loose ring here is won by Kaylee Nestman, who tries to send it out, but it stays in. And Ada Weaver with it, controlling. Skates around the outside, does her pass to Chloe Larson, who gets a shot off. That's another good save by Chantel Shields. And Larson still with it here. Larson drop pass to Matt. Matt, drop pass to Larson. Larson with a shot. She recovers it behind the net after it goes off the goalie's pads. And they've got 26 seconds to make their play. Another drop pass made back to Matt. And now there's a loose ring in the corner, and Larson gets it again. They're putting up good pressure on these girls right now. Tries to get another shot, goes off the skate of the defender. They manage to keep it in. And another shot, she goes right through, and that is kind of an awkward fall.
That was good defensive play by Renegades as well. Just being down a player as hard as it is and having a strong triangle like that, they're doing unreal with it, so they just got to keep it up. Good plays out of the ring as well, so Wrath is having a good opportunity with those back-to-back plays as well, so they just got to keep that up going as well.
Triangle defense doing its job there. Ring is sent out to the neutral zone. It gets recovered by the Wrath here. There's Lennon Shaw with it, trying to make her zone in, but she gets poke checked. The ring is on the Renegades' control, and it goes back to the Wrath. Wrath have it defensively and are looking to break out. They go for the two-line deep pass. A race for the loose ring is picked up, or loose again still. And that is Sydney Horde with it now. She does the drop pass to Ava Heinz, who sails that ring past the net. No shot yet. Here's Sierra Sherrill with it. Sherrill tried to make a move, but gets defended well. And now they go the other way. Here's Merrick, Shirley, Kate. And there's Merrick to Brulé. Brulé gets stopped by the goalie with a really good save. Brulé tries to get it back to Merrick. Merrick now getting poked off the ring, but it's still recovered by the Renegades in the offensive zone. They get below the 3-play line. A pass across the crease to Devers. Devers shoots, but it just goes wide of the net. That was a close one. A bit of an awkward ring there. It just can't sneak in. Here we have Kinch with it now. Kinch makes the pass across. The shot is good, and it goes off the stick of the goaltender for a good save. The goalie's holding it. Don't seem to want to go anywhere with it.
That was a really good offensive opportunity. They took the advantage of the check in the middle of the ice there and had a breakaway. Goalie made an unreal save as well, and like cross-crease pass as well. They almost had that in. I don't know how that stayed out. That was rolling in, and last minute decided not to.
Yeah, they got to keep up this pressure here. They'll get another one quick. And off the free play, we have Aldcorn with it. Aldcorn gets knocked off of it and gets hauled down. No penalty calls anywhere here. A bit of a trip, and there it is. They're calling it a hooking call, and they are calling it on Nalia Rowland for the Wrath.
Renegades first power play here. Let's see if they can capitalize on and gain advantage of the shorthand there against the Wrath. You have good offensive opportunity as well, heads up. Just with the small bench, you kind of want to be more conservative and make good passes as well. Hopefully 14's okay going into the boards like that. It's an awkward play to go anytime into the boards, so hopefully she's good there.
That's a good point as well. You have that short man situation. You definitely need to be making the other team work hard. A fake drop pass gives her a little bit of space. This is Stecheshin with it now. Stecheshin still controlling it. Tries to make the centering pass. Can't get it through, and it gets recovered by the Wrath defense. Wrath defense send it out to kill some time on this penalty kill. It is recovered there by Laren McKay. McKay with it now, sending it for the neutral zone pass. They look to break in. Break-in pass is intercepted. Great play there by Caitlin Matt, not allowing them to make their break-in. A race for the loose ring here is won by the Wrath, and the Wrath look to break in. And they get their break-in pass. It's another loose ring. And once again, we have McKay taking that ring back out. McKay makes the neutral zone pass, and it goes in for the offense. With a little bit of speed here is Gabrielle Kinch with a goal. She blows by the defender, had some good wheels there, and manages to sneak it in. Got a 2-1 game here for the Renegades versus the Wrath. The Wrath take control and move into the offensive zone. They try to send it deep. It goes right through everybody and goes deep, to be picked up there by Sydney Horde. Horde with it now. She still controls it, being kept to the outside well by the Triangle D. She tries a drop pass and it doesn't work, and they capitalize on that opportunity. And so Kaylee Nestman tries to send it out, but it ends up getting caught at the line. Here's Eva Heinz getting a shot off. That does not get through. Renegades looking to break out. Loose ring. It gets snuck out to Merrick. Merrick sending it deep. I think that's to Brulé. Brulé tries the centering pass. It doesn't work. And that rings in the neutral zone. And the Renegades taking some offensive control of this ring, looking for their lane. It's held here by Caitlin Merrick. Merrick with it now, looking for a lane, tries the drop pass to Brulé. Brulé with it. Brulé gets knocked off as soon as they come out of that free play line. That's a great defensive play there. Good eye on that. That ring goes into the neutral zone. They race for it. That's recovered there by Emily Thick, and Emily goes to send it in, but it doesn't quite make it in, and the Wraths want to take that ring back out. It was knocked into the zone there, and it's recovered there. I guess that's a blue line violation.
Yeah, so if you check the player before they touch the ring, it's a 5-second count. So therefore, Caitlin Matt had checked our Renegade player just a little too soon before they touched the ring. So it's a 5-second violation. Therefore, it's Renegade's ring.
Alrighty. And so the Renegades take control. Renegades moving into the offensive zone, gets stopped right at the line by Caitlin Matt once again, and now they look to break in. Caitlin Matt controlling it now. She's fast and she's trying to cut around. She gets held to the outside and she goes behind the net and around. They're poking it off of her, but she regains the coverage, tries for the centering pass. It goes through. A race for the loose ring is won by the Wrath, but they battle for it. They're pushing and that ring's going nowhere. Goalie ring for the Renegades. The Renegades looking for their pass out. Can't quite stab it and get control. She manages to. Tries to send it out, but it gets stopped at the line by the Wrath. And the Wrath move in. This is Ada Weaver with it now behind the line. She gets it knocked off her stick. Good deep play by the Renegades. They break out. And now they're looking at a break-in, breakaway if she can get the pass off. But she goes deep with it instead. Here's Ella Schrader with it, battling. The Wrath try to send it out. Here's Roland with it now, or Roland trying to send it out, goes for the long pass. Trying to go for a safety play. And the Renegade look to break back in. Renegade try to center it. They managed to get that pass through. Here's Kinch with it now. She's got one already. And she makes that pass over to Merrick. Merrick controlling it behind the net. Looking for the opportunistic play. Faking a drop pass. She's got a shot. She tries the pass. It gets poked off by the D. That is Ada Weaver making that defensive play. She tries to do the centering pass and it ends up getting stopped by the goaltender. Rings loose in front of the net, recovered by Rollin, and Rollin sends that breakout pass to the neutral zone. Here's Eva Heinz with it now, and she sends it deep. Race for the loose one is ending up won by Chloe Larson, as she's got it behind the net, gets knocked down, still clean, and that ring is being broken out now. The Renegades try their breakout pass, it goes 2 lines, and that's recovered there by Lennon Shaw for the Wrath. She tries to send it out, but it gets intercepted, and the Renegades break in. Here's Kinch with it now. She tries a shot and it sneaks through. It went off of the shin pad of the defensive player and just awkwardly rolled in.
Well, as a defense, that's no worse feeling. I've done it many times myself when you think you've done all you can and it just rolls the wrong way on you. And luckily for Renegades, it rolled in their favor. I know that defense is going to be thinking about that in a few here. I definitely would be, as I've done it personally myself a few times.
Yeah, that'll haunt them a little bit.
Oh,
they're going to want that one back.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Wrath getting zone here, so let's hopefully they can get some momentum building. And oh, look at that open play in front of the net.
Oh! And it comes back, but just missing the net. But that was a great play, catching the defense sleeping there. The Renegades break out and look to break back in here. They pass it to Kinch. She's a real threat today. She goes in with speed, and a good block there by the defense, getting in front of that. Kinch with it now behind the net, being pressured, tries the centering pass. It does get to her teammate, but she's being poked hard, and she manages to get it back to Kinch. Kinch with it now, cutting in. Awkward shot, goes wide, and they've got 3 seconds to make a play with it. That goes to the goalie. Resetting the shot clock there. Goalie looks to break it out, tries, gets stopped there by Aldcorn. Aldcorn not letting that ring out. The Wrath end up getting coverage on it and break out. Here's Sydney Horde with it now. Horde looking to break in, has an easy passing play to roll in, but it ends up sneaking through. I shouldn't have called that easy. I know it's hard to stab that ring. Here's Shirley with it. Looks like I didn't see what happened there.
Just a little bit of a body contact there. Renegade player went to go around, and Wrath player's momentum kept taking her the way she was, and they just unfortunately collided. So it looks like Renegade's going to be on the power play.
All right. Renegades with an opportunity while they're up 2 to tire out the Wrath here. All right, they start behind the net here, looking for their lane, trying to get the open shot. A nice pass to the front, a nice pass across crease. Doesn't connect, but that was a nice play. They take control of it behind the net. Here's Amy Devers with it. Devers sends it out to the middle, and that ends up getting picked up by her teammates. Merrick with it now. Caitlin Merrick skating around the net looking for lane. She tries the skate pass, and they get it off the rebound. She tried to bank it in off the goalie's skates, and the rebound came out to her teammate, and that is a good goal. I didn't see who scored that one. Got the assist to Merrick and scored by Arden Brule. Arden Brule with a really nice play off the rebound.
Both teams having solid defensive game too as well. not very many shots off, but the shots that are going off are accurate shots and well on net as well. So if both teams keep having a good defensive play, it's going to be a good game.
Ooh, big collision on the ice there. No penalties called. It looks like it was accidental on both sides. They're not calling anything. We have Amy Devers with it now. She just got the last.
Scored by number 18, Gabrielle Kinch, and assisted by number 16, Kelly.
Oh, off the post! There was a shot and a chance there. The RAF ended up getting a little bit lucky on that one. They send it out deep.
And Renegades power play goal scored by number 11, Martin May, assisted by number 17, Amy Devers, from the goal 533. Amy Devers, 533.
Alrighty, there was an opportunity and a chance there, but kind of went back and forth a little bit. Got really lucky to hit that post. And now the Renegades have a free play with it. Here's Stecheshin passing it back to Kinch. Kinch a real threat with it, skating around, finds her pass to Aldcorn. Aldcorn with it, gets pushed out. She manages to do a little bit of an elite edges, kind of falls over her skates and sends that ring deep. A little bit of frustrations rising there between those two players, but nothing's going on. A little bit of a trip there, and it looks like we're going to see a penalty called on the Renegades. Looks like Lauren McKay going to the box for a tripping. This is her second minor penalty of the evening. The Wrath really needing some momentum on this power play here.
Yeah, definitely a goal will change the game for the Wrath outcome here. If they can pop one in real quick, the momentum that they would gain off of that would be insane.
Bronze medal, they got to leave it out there. They get a good shot, but that's a good stop by Chantel Shields, who's not wanting to let them score. Kinch tries to send it out, goes two lines, and that's recovered there by Brooke Lawton. Brooke Lawton trying to get that ring out. The ring does come out, and it's held and controlled by Eva Heinz, who sends it deep. Race for the loose ring, won by Gabrielle Kinch. She gets the control on that. They are on her, not trying to let her get out, and that ring goes nowhere. A little bit of sportsmanship there, making sure they're okay. That's good to see. Eva Heinz with her free play. She passes it down to Sydney Horde. Horde going back and down behind the net. Tries to create some space and look for her lane. She does a drop pass there to the defensive player who sneaks in. That's number 22, that's Lennon Shaw, who tries the shot on net, doesn't work. And here's Caitlin Matt with it now. Matt cutting in, gets the shot off. Big save there by the glove of the goaltender. Gets sent out to the side. Here's Kaylee Nessman getting the ring out of that defensive zone and sending it out, killing some time on this penalty kill. Ring gets sent back to the neutral zone, is picked up by Stecheshin, and Stecheshin now looking to break in. She tries to get it deep, and she manages to, so Gabrielle Kinch will be able to control it into the zone. Gabrielle with it now. Gabrielle tries a shot, a little bit awkward, but stopped by the goaltender. Kendall Kuntz making big saves.
Looks like we had a little bit of a four-in there. Just a not heads-up play there, just looking to see how many people you got in the zone. So it looks like it's going to be Renegades ring, and let's hope the Wrath has some good solid defense to bring the ring out on momentum and get a goal here.
All right, the Renegades taking control, trying to kill off the last of this 30-second penalty here. The Wrath take that ring and they look to break out. They get that breakout pass. Good stab there by Nalia Roland. Roland looks to send it in. She manages to send it deep, but it gets turned around right there along the side of the boards, and the Renegades look to break out. Here's Schroeder with it now. Schroeder sends it out, tied up along the boards there by the Wrath, and the Wrath look to break back in. Little poke check there, ring is loose, and they break back out, and now the Renegades are in the neutral zone looking to break in here. They try to send it, it gets intercepted, but now here we go, Devers with a chance. Devers does the deke, and she sails that ring wide. I'm not sure if the goalie got a piece of that one or not. Wrath looking to break out here, undercover. She does manage to break out. Here's Rollin with it now, looking for a break-in pass. Safe break-in pass made there. A big tie up there. Good defensive play, and it turns right back around. They're staying on each other there. They keep poking. Matt comes out with it. Matt's trying her luck. Skates around the net. Does the drop pass to Rollin. Rollin skating around the net here. Rollin with it. Cutting, faking, shooting, and it sneaks through and it goes in!
That's a momentum changer that the Wrath needed there. Let's see if they can build on it and keep it going.
Just sneaks through underneath the pad. And that goalie's going to want that one back. She got a good piece of it, but not enough. I didn't see who quite scored that goal. That was number 2. That was Nalia Rollin. I believe that was unassisted. I guess we'll find out shortly here. Rings in the neutral zone here, recovered by the Renegades defense. That's McKay with it. McKay sends it in, looking for Kinch, but that's a good defensive play by the Wrath, sending it back. Oh! Big collision there. Penalty is on the way. Looks like it'll be a penalty for Red. Renegades are getting a penalty, I think, for body contact. It looked like a... what's this call?
That is a body contact. Unfortunately, just wrong place for the Wrath defense there. Let's hope she's okay. That was a huge collision. You did never want to see someone go down hurt. So let's hope she comes out of this one and she recovers quickly.
They both raced for it and both had nowhere to go but right into each other. She'd fallen a little bit and they just awkwardly collided. Let's hope she gets up quickly. She looks to be okay. Gotta tough it out, girly.
Glad to see her get up on that one. Those collisions are always nasty. You never know the outcome of them, so we're glad to see her come out on that one.
That was Lennon Shaw toughing it out and playing strong. Like the coaches and refs are talking about what penalty is going to be called there. And we've got Kaylee Nestman going to the bench for this one. And the Wrath with a little bit of an opportunity on the power play. So once again, if you saw it on your screen there, if you saw that QR code, make sure to scan it and let us know who you are and where you're cheering from so that we can call you out and say thanks for watching. Here we have the Wrath cutting in, taking a shot, and that's a great save made by Chantel Shields, the goaltender for the Renegades. She passes it to her defense. McKay with it now, trying to sing it out. Here we have Eva Heinz with it here. She tries to send it in, rebound. And that goes top corner. And they shorten the lead.
That's the momentum you need. They build up in that last one. Solid offense and defensive play all around. Let's see if the Renegade can pull the same momentum off and keep it going for them as well.
It's a great way to keep these games interesting. A little bit of a comeback story. 4-3 with 41 seconds left in this first half. Renegades make their safe play out. Here's Nestman with it, sending it deep, bounce pass off the boards, gets tied up. Here's Kinch with it. She ends up racing and winning that race. She cuts towards the net, gets hauled down, and the ring's in the crease. Goaltender with it now. Goalie sends it out, and the Wrath look to break out of their zone. They do so. It's in the neutral zone. Looks like a two-line pass. Recovered there. Little battle for it. Still tied up along the side there. Ring's not going anywhere. 5 seconds left in this half. She tries to send it deep. And that'll be it for the period. Again, that is Darren Degenstein, who is kind of in charge of this whole operation, doing the announcing there. And I think he's hyping these girls up with those announcements. Those are the type of things we love to see.
At this age, especially, like playing in a big crowd like this and having the momentum of not only Darren, but the fans as well, that's what's huge for this level of play as well. When they're young, you need that encouragement from anybody. So just having that from Darren especially is huge at this age.
And a close, intense game to boot. It should be a very interesting second half of Ringette. So once again, it's up on your screen here again. If you guys can scan that QR code, take a picture of it with your phone, you'll be able to give us your name and where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for, and we'll be able to shout out your name and say thanks for watching. So don't feel afraid, don't be shy, go ahead and do that so that we can thank you for watching.
Yeah, both goalies are having an unreal game. Keeping them both their teams in this. It's a close game. It's 4-3 here. So just the momentum of both goalies, that's unreal. They're keeping in. Obviously, there's some goals they wish they could take back, but they're playing unreal.
That's exactly right. A couple of those rings are sneaking through, and a couple are getting very close.
Looks like we're seeing London Shaw put her helmet back on, so thankfully she's okay from that collision, and hope to see her back out there in the second half.
Last game of the season, she's really playing with heart out there. She wants to still play, and that's something that she should have some pride in there.
Exactly.
That's Lennon Shaw there, who's being a warrior and a trooper and still playing even after taking a bit of a collision hit there. All right, that's the end of our intermission, and we will start the second half. All right, free play by the Renegades. That's a pass from Schroeder to McKay. McKay trying to send it deep. Kind of gets knocked around on the side there. Pass across the crease. Here's Devers with it now. Devers tries her shot, gets tied up in front, and that ring goes around. The race for the loose ring. Recovered by the Wrath, and they manage to get it out of their zone. Now they look to break in, and they do. A good pass to Roland. Roland has a chance on a breakaway here. Roland tries a fake, and it works. Dangles the goalie well, made him jump, and that's a good goal scored there by Roland.
That's the exact momentum you need to carry on right after the whistle blows here in the second half. The momentum could be a game changer for the Wrath. Renegade needs to pull it up, and let's see if they can change the momentum on their end.
Now we have a tied up game, and we will keep it close for this one. That was Nestman sending it into the neutral zone, or the offensive zone. She manages to recover it in that offensive zone, and she tries to go through. Good poke check there by the defense. And she skates around, creating some space with it. Good center pass there. Pass to the outside, and a shot ends up getting loose in the crease, and that gets sent out. Race for the loose ring is won by the Renegades. Here's Brulé with it now. Brulé doing a nice little move, tries the shot, and gets sent to the outside. That was a shot on net for that one. Loose ring behind the net. Picked up by Ada Weaver. And here's Weaver sending it to the neutral zone. Good stab there by Horde. Horde loses her stick. Still tries to go in a little bit with it. Little tie up on the ring there. Recovered there by Matt. Caitlin Matt with it. She's been quite dangerous this game. Sends it to Rollin, and Rollin with the last goal there. She's also been quite the threat. Oh, big trip behind the net there. That's a penalty. And they go to recover that ring. The Wrath takes it, and so they'll have a chance. There goes. Wrath going to Renegades going to the penalty box for this one. A little trip behind the net just got her tied up. That's Kaylee Nestman. And now with momentum, the Wrath has a bit of a chance here for sure. They started this period off with a goal to even it up and have an opportunity here. Oh, and the Renegades recovered defensively. It's a loose ring, race for it. Recovered, and another little fall with a hook there. It kind of looked like she lost an edge, but they're going to give her a penalty. She's okay, getting up pretty quick. Looks a little sore in the back there. she's okay. See her sniffling a little bit. Hope she's all right there. That'll be another penalty for the Renegades. I didn't actually see who went to the box for that one.
I also did not see who went to the box on that.
Looks like that is Gabrielle Kinch once again going to the penalty box. I think that was either a hooking or a tripping. I didn't actually see. The Wrath with it. Trying the cross-crease pass. Oh no! Oh, it goes off the skate of the defender and in. Oh, that's a heartbreaker for that one.
Oh, a lot worse feeling. I'm a defense myself, and a lot of times goals have gone off of my skates and sticks. I lost count, can't count them on both my hands. No worse feeling, but all she's got to do is bounce back from that. She's got 17 minutes left, and fortunately, you just got to shake that one off and come out flying.
Lots of time to come back on this one still, so. And here the Renegades send it back into the zone looking for an answer. They try. Oh, it goes just wide. That was a really good opportunity. Recovered again by the Renegades behind the net. Loose ring in front. Recovered by Caitlin Matt for the Wrath. Wrath sends it out. A little bit of a lost ring there. Roland with it now. Roland looks to break in. Gets that pass to Lennon Shaw. Lennon Shaw playing with bravery here, looking for her opportunity. She controls it, tries to cut in, goes right through, and that goes off the side of the net. Shaw once again getting tied up.
That was a good defensive play there.
Here's Stechishin with it, controlling, looking to break out. Nowhere to go. Manages to get it.
22, Lennon Shaw.
Good break-in pass to Arden Brule. Brule tries the bank shot.
And number 2, Nalia Roll. Time to goal is 17:49. Shaw from Matt from Rollin at 17:49.
We gotta put a score for the Wrath here. It's one more there. I know you got a lot to do right now. Here, the Renegades are in the zone with it. Renegades cutting into the middle. That is Arden Brule with a nice move and a nice goal. She cuts in through the center and they answer. Got Darren working overtime with the announcements and having to control the score clock and the shot clock. Alrighty. And now the Wrath with their move into the zone. They try their break-in pass. It's kind of along the boards there. And here the Renegades try to break out. Wrath intercept, and they are breaking back into the zone. They try their break-in, and that's Ella Schroeder not allowing that break-in to happen.
That was a good give and go there. Arden Brule really used the defensive chance there and give a go so she could gain access back into the zone.
Brule with a drop pass to Schroeder. Schroeder kind of falls over herself and is still battling for it. And the Wrath managed to send it out to the neutral zone. That's recovered there by McKay. And McKay tries to send it back into the offensive zone. They break in. Here's Gabrielle Kinch with it, breaking through, getting a shot. Rebound goes wide. That's recovered there by Stechishin. Stechishin centering pass. They can't get the shot off. Loose ring, recovered by Kinch. Kinch gets a shot and it goes through the 5-hole. That's a goal. Kinch. And that's an assist from Schrader, I believe, or Schroeder, sorry. It's the third time I've made that mistake. Sorry about that, Schroeder, Ella. And now the Renegades with the lead, 6-5 for the Renegades. The Wrath making their break-in play here. Rollin to Mats. That's a loose ring. Recovered by Kinch. Kinch sends it out to Aldcorn, and Aldcorn sends it back into Kinch. Kinch with speed comes in with a shot. Saved by the goaltender. She recovers behind the net. Center pass. And a big save made by the goalie right in front of the net there. Goalie sends it out. It's in the neutral zone for the Wrath. A little bit of a battle for the ring there. Recovered by Emily Thick, who sends it into the zone, just missing her pass to Kinch. Kinch still recovers in the corner, looks for that center pass. Center pass is good, and the shot is good, and the save is also good. Kendall Kuntz playing good goaltending there. She tries to send it out, but the Renegades end up intercepting her play and still keep it offensively. A safe play to the corner. Ava Aldcorn now, cutting in. Tries a little spinorama, getting tied up, can't go anywhere. Two people got the ring on their stick. That gets tied up and sent out. Kinch with it now. Kinch moving in. Kinch trying a shot, blocked by the defense. That ring is coming out. A nice defensive play to keep it in. That's Nessman with the great hand-eye, not letting that ring out. She tries her way in, gets it knocked off her stick, recovered by her teammate. And now that ring is out. There's a two-line to Emily Thick, who plays it out. She plays it out to Kinch, and here's Gabrielle Kinch with it now, looking to break in. Here we have Merrick with it. Merrick kind of getting knocked off that ring. Gets it to Devers. Devers back to Merrick. Merrick getting her shot. Toe save. And now we have Brooklyn Sebastian behind the net. She passes it out to Lennon Shaw. Lennon Shaw gets the breakout pass to Sydney Horde. Horde with it now. Horde gets hooked. That is Amy Devers going to be going to the box with that one until that call is made. Here we have Nalia Rowland with it now for the Wrath. They've got the extra skater in the zone here, 4-on-3. A good pass across to them, and they control it with the extra man. Here we have Horde. Horde to Weaver. Weaver to Rowland. Rowland with it now. Rowland across the crease, and it's recovered by the Renegades. Here we have the penalty call, and Amy Devers going to the bench for a hook, right?
I do believe so. Either hook or body contact. Not sure what the ref called down in this end here. We'll see right away. It looks like a body contact.
She's calling a body contact.
For sure thought it would have been a hook, but either way it is a penalty, and Wrath is on a power play here. Let's see if they can tie it back up.
All right, the Wrath with a chance on a power play here. We have Horde skating behind the net, trying to create some space, being kept and pushed to the outside. Great defensive play made there by the Renegades defense. That was McKay making a defensive play, not letting her in, but she cuts in anyways. She tries to get through everybody. Goaltender makes a great stop right there. Goaltender, 5 seconds, looking for an outlet. Gets it out to McKay, and McKay controlling it now, tries to get it out. It gets through. Awkward ring. There's a blue line violation.
That was a smart play there by Brooklyn Sebastian. You never want to give up a 2-on-0 opportunity, so you got to take those plays. Unfortunately, touch it both sides, but this way you can at least have 3 people in the zone instead of nobody for your goaltender to have some help with.
Well said. That's a high IQ play by the defenseman there. Mika Stecheshin taking the free play opportunity here. She passes it out to Gabrielle Kinch, who has been a real threat. A pass across does not work, and the Wrath are able to break out. The Wrath being kind of held down there, can't seem to get out. They managed to get it deep. It looks like Kaylee Nessman will win that race and try to break it out. They're keeping coverage on her right off the bat. That ring does make it to the neutral zone, only to be recovered by the Wrath and sent right back in. Here's Sierra Shirley with it, who gets a shot saved by the goaltender's pads. Goalie sending it up and over the 2 offenders, and they try to break out now. Breakout pass to the neutral zone. Break-in pass doesn't go. That's intercepted. And here we have Chloe Larson with it breaking out. They got the neutral zone. Oh, that's a crease violation. Couldn't wait it out, unfortunately. That was a close one. A game of inches. Keeping it close. The Renegades still down a man. 45 seconds left on their penalty. Moving into the zone. That goes right off the skates and ends up going back in. And so now the Renegades are looking to cut towards the net. That's McKay with it, staying strong on that ring. Oh, they give a good opportunity to Kinch. Kinch cannot finish. There's a crease violation there. Goalie ring. And Kendall Kuntz sends it out. That's picked up by Rowland. Rowland sends it to Casey Tokar. Tokar gets that ring into the zone here. So now we have Horde and Roland together with Tokar on the wing. She tries the centering pass. The centering pass does work. Too many bodies in front of the net and a good save by the goaltender. Goaltender looking to get out. Roland keeping the pressure, not allowing that to happen. Roland sticking around with it now. Fakes the pass, gets the shot, goes wide of the net. And they're trying to get that ring out. And the Wrath don't let them. Wrath going back into the zone. Here's Brooke Lawton. Lawton gets a good shot on and a good save by the goaltender. Now the Renegades break out. Renegades, good pass there. And they break into the zone. Here's Kinch with it. Kinch gets around the defender, gets the shot. That's a great save made. Goalie Ring, and she's going to cover.
That was a really good defensive play there. I do believe that was London Shaw, took the middle of the ice, made the girl shoot, couldn't get the pass off, and the goalie made an unreal save as well.
That's high praise from the coach of the Regina Cougars for Lennon Shaw. There we have that. Ring kind of sneaks out awkwardly. They look to make their breakout pass. She makes it, but it kind of fumbles, and now they go back into the zone. Here we have Caitlin Merrick with a little bit of an opportunity. She's getting pushed to the outside behind the net now. She goes wide. Skates around, fakes the drop pass, cuts right through, tries the short side pass, but it goes through the crease and can't be grabbed. They try the centering pass, and it almost works, but they just can't stab it. And the Wrath are able to get that ring out, two-line pass, to be picked up by Emily Thick in the defensive zone. Here's Thick with it now. Thick under pressure, holding, passes it out to Brule. Brule with it in the neutral zone, passing it deep into the zone. Good stab there by Merrick, and Merrick tries the cross-crease pass. That ring is loose, race for it. Won by Devers. Devers with it now. Amy Devers does a nice drop pass. The pass is good, the shot is good, and it's a good block made there by Ada Weaver, not allowing that ring to go through. The ring goes into the neutral zone, a little bit loose, kind of battling for it. And here the Wrath take it. They throw it deep into the offensive zone. Looks like the race will be won by the Renegades. That was Nestman who got it. Nice little move to beat the defender. And she sends it out to the neutral. Break-in pass. Here's Merrick. Merrick gets a shot off. Good block there by Shaw. Shaw, even though she took a contact earlier and was down, is still staying brave and staying right in front of that ring, blocking shots. Here we have Brule. Brule with a nice toe move. She gets a good pull. And now the goalie's ring is to pull it out. Goalie sends it out to the neutral zone. Nobody there. And the Renegades will recover. Here's McKay with it. McKay sending it deep. That's to Brule. Brule getting in towards the zone. Makes a nice little safe play. That's to Devers. Devers with it now, skating around the back. Gets pinched off, and so she turns around. And she drops it for Merrick. Or sorry, that's not Merrick. That's Gabrielle Kinch. Kinch gives it a shot there. Kinch gets it to Merrick. Merrick with it now. Does a drop pass for Gabrielle Kinch. Kinch with it. Another good block shot by number 22, Lennon Shaw, for the Wrath, not wanting to let them have any opportunities. Kinch still battling for it. She manages to get coverage, and another block shot by Shaw. And another save by the goaltender. Coach is calling for them to hold on to it and get a change here.
Renegades spending a lot of time in the Wrath's defensive zone here, hoping to build the momentum and gain that gap on the goal spread there. Wrath is having unreal defense as well. Their goalie staying in it, solid defense from one end to the other, so it's great to see this in the bronze medal game.
The start of this game was a very offensive game, and for the last probably 5 minutes, there's been a lot of shots, but there hasn't been very many goals. Starting to slow it down a little bit. Gabrielle Kinch with an opportunity. It got turned around in the offensive zone. Tries the cross-crease pass. Doesn't work, but it's picked up by her teammate Stecheshin. Stecheshin passing it deep to Aldcorn. Aldcorn cutting into the net, and a nice save there by Kendall Kuntz. Not wanting to let that one in. Tries the drop pass. It gets intercepted, and that goes way deep there. That ring tries to get released, but Roland does not let it out. Roland cutting in towards the net, gets a good poke check. She can't get that shot away. Some time with it now. Fakes the drop pass. Rollins still holding. Gets the shot. Rebound. And it goes in! That was Rollins with the first shot. And a big save, but a rebound that goes out to Caitlin Matz for the goal.
That's exactly what you needed offensively. When your teammate is shooting on net, you got to go to the net as well and get those rebounds, just like Caitlin Matz did. She was ready for that rebound and it ended up in her favor.
And we're back to an even game, 7 minutes left. And the Renegades take their free play, try to break in, look for a good option. No good options yet, so they send it deep, and that gets recovered by the Wrath defense. Now they look to break out. Awkward ring around the boards, looks like it's poked off, and they're still battling for it. Little trip there. No penalty calls on the play. That ring is loose in the neutral zone. There's Brule with it. Brule sends it to Merrick. That pass doesn't work, and the Wrath get it out. Here's Nestman with it. Nestman sends it deep, and that pass works. What a save by the goaltender! That's a crease violation made there by Brule, who got a really good shot off, and a great save by the goalie. Kendall Kunst standing tall in net. Behind the net, relief pass for the goalie. They look to break out. Here's Eva Heinz with it now. Eva looking to make her breakout pass. She does. It goes past, and there's a bit of a two-line, no tip. And there it's tipped, and so now it can be picked up. That's Chloe Larson with it now, skating behind the net. Good pressure on her. Drop pass to Heinz. Eva gets the shot off. It goes off the goalie's pad, and he manages to make the catch. It gets launched up into the air. Another big body there. They're not calling any penalties there. They're retaliating over there, but there's still no penalty calls. And they're throwing that ring out. Here's Shaw with it. Shaw cutting towards the net, manages to get it knocked off her stick, and the Renegades break out. Can't seem to get a good pass. Awkward battle for the ring. They're right up along the boards. Ring's got to go somewhere. And we got the go and nowhere rule. Free play for the Renegades. Renegades looking to break in, get their break-in pass. This is to McKay. McKay tries to break in, but has great defense stopping her and not letting her go anywhere. Here's Caitlin Matt with it, and she sends it out. And that was Brooke Lawton who had passed it back to her, but they can't seem to fully get in. And the Renegade defense, McKay makes a great play to break back out. Break-in pass, no good. Recovered here by Shaw, battling for it under pressure. They got three on her, and she manages to get it out. Caitlin Matt out to, that is Casey Tokar. Tokar tries to send it in. Goes back out and forth, and here we have Rollin with it in the offensive zone for the Wrath. Skating around with it in this even game here is Rollin. Rollin being poked out a little bit, but manages to keep it. Shot goes off the pad and back into the crease of the goalie. Goalie's trying to get it out now. Goalie sends it out, and it goes to the neutral zone. And here we have it. They try to make that pass. It gets intercepted. Rings in the neutral zone, recovered by the Renegades. Loose ring, picked up by the Wrath, and now they're into the offensive zone with it. Here's Rollin. Rollin getting hauled down. That was a tie-up rule, I think.
She did step on the ring, so it would be Renegades' possession there.
Cannot step on the ring. Alrighty, we have Caitlin Merrick with it now. Merrick passing it in. That's to Kinch. Kinch gets a shot off. No, just off the glove. Oh, it's in the 5. Oh my God, he doesn't know where it is. Well, that scared me a little bit there.
That's the worst feeling as a goalie, is never knowing where that ring is, and you're just hoping to God it's somewhere outside of your crease.
It was a weird bounce and an awkward situation. And this will be a free play for the Renegades here. Even game, 3.5 minutes left. This has been a close battle. And the Renegades take control. She's skating behind the net. Good poke, good deep play made there by the Wrath, and the Wrath try to send it out of the zone. The Wrath do manage to get it out, and the Renegades send it right back in. Here's Devers with it. Devers making her play, centering pass. Shot goes off, no good. And here is Brule with it. Brule cutting in. She does this weird drop pass to Devers. Devers tries to send it in front. Merrick gets a shot. Rebound. And loose ring. Looks like that'll be recovered by Horde. And now Sydney Horde with it. Getting poked off of it. They keep good pressure on and they send it deep. Shaw with it, looking to get it out. Gets it to the neutral zone. The race to the ring, won by the Wrath. And the Wrath get it in. Here's Shirley with it. Shirley with one in this game already, looking for an opportunity. Gets a shot blocked by the defense. Another shot blocked by the defense. That was by Chloe Larson. And the Renegades get it out to the neutral zone. Looking to break in, 3-on-2 opportunity here. We get the pass across to Brule. Brule getting a shot and another tip by the glove save. That goaltender is getting a really good handle on it. They tie up behind the net. Centering pass. Oh, but it doesn't go. And that ring gets sent out. I think that the Wrath are actually the team that's looking a little bit more tired right now, even though they got the bigger bench. There's a line violation for the Wrath, and they managed to get a change.
Yeah, these last two defenses are going to all come down to strong defense and good offense. We've seen it both sides from both teams, so it's really good to see how you want to play your last game of the season in bronze medal especially. Both goalies are standing on their heads especially, keeping both their teams in it, making unreal saves.
Alrighty. Offensive zone. Here we have Ava Aldcorn with it, getting tied up. Defense not letting her take it anywhere. Loose ring in front of the net, picked up by Ada Weaver, who sends it out. That's recovered there by the Renegades, who are looking to break back in. She gets tripped. No call on the play. And the the Wrath move in. Here's Caitlin Matz trying the deke, tries the goal, and she scores! She makes a nice move across the crease to beat the goalie, and the Wrath take the lead. They get away with a lucky call, probably a little frustrated there.
Wrath really has to come out and play some strong defense on this one. They got less than 2 minutes left, and their defense really has to step it up and maintain that offensive drive that they're having here so the Renegades will get an opportunity.
Can the Wrath keep the ring out of their net and win this bronze medal, or will the Renegades fight back? Bit of an awkward cut in front of the net there. We got a free play coming up for the Wrath here. Looks like they're taking their time out. So we'll get that QR code up on the screen here. Okay, so when you see that QR code here up on the screen, if you take a picture of that QR code, we'll get your information. You can just type in your name, where you're from, and who you're cheering for, and we'll shout out your name and say thanks for watching. So don't be shy. Scan that QR code and let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Right. The Wrath with a free play now sends it over to Caitlin Matt. And the one who scored is sitting with the ring right now, controlling it. Matt, weaving around the defenders, does a cross-crease pass. It sneaks out a little bit. They try to get it back past that free play line. Can't seem to do it without the Renegades taking control. Renegade in that corner, sending it out, gets stopped by Shaw. Shaw moving her way in now. With 1 minute left, those Renegades need to up their pressure if they're going to get one in. Wasting as much time as possible is the Wrath. This is a very smart play by Shaw. Shaw with an opportunity at the net, tries the centering pass. They're still just holding it. They're not looking to make any very big offensive play. They're just trying to get that time wasted here. A shot towards the goalie. It is in the ring. The ring is in the crease, and the goalie gets it. Goalie sends it out. They got 30 seconds to make a play here. Renegades are in the defensive zone or neutral zone, and they send it in offensively. Here's Gabrielle Kinch. 20 seconds left. Cross crease pass gets intercepted. They send it back out. Here's Ella Schroeder keeping it in. Goalie's pulled. They get the shot. It doesn't go. They do get a shot off on that one, though. Shot clock is reset. And with 13 seconds left, no tripping call. Rath get it out, and they have the chance at the open net opportunity. Rollin takes the shot. It gets stopped. Renegades with 3 seconds left. That will do it in this one. That is a good game.
That was a really good game, back and forth. You love to see it, especially in a bronze medal year-end game there. That was really good to see. Both teams had an unreal game. Both goalies played so good. Defensively was unreal as well, and unfortunately Rath got it in. Renegades unfortunately could not pull it out, but both teams had an unreal game, and they should be really proud of themselves. Definitely agree with that. Both teams should be very proud of themselves. That was one heck of a game and a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to commentate for us. So, got the handshakes coming up, and then we'll start with all of the replays and the highlights of this game. 6-7. Every game I've gotten to commentate today has been super close. That's been awesome. So you love to see. That means they're having good games, good battles. Game-ending handshake. And we'll have our medal ceremony right away here. Any shoutouts? It doesn't seem like there's any new shoutouts here.
To the Buffalo Prince Renegades on advancing to this bronze medal game and on a fantastic season all season long. Special shout out to the Renegades coaches, Dave Devers, Brian Boulay, Ethan Grant, Michelle Peugeot, and Tracy Stechison. And for the 2024-25 Regina Ringette League bronze medal U16 champions, the Regina Ringette. Coaches will hand out their medals, starting with number 2, Melia Rowland. Number 3, Chloe Larson. Number 5, Kenzie Newman. Is here in spirit. Number 6, Sydney Hurd. Congratulations once again to the RAP, and we hope to see all the players back for next season. Now you have some time to get a team photo, and stick around if you like for the U19B bronze medal. Thanks.
Are the mics still on right now?
Yep. You can say the replay reel's coming out, I guess.
We got the replay reels coming up here right now after that medal ceremony, so you'll get to see all the highlights of this last game. And thanks for watching, folks. This was a great one.
I can do it. That's my well, I just had to go up and select my skate right now. Yeah. Just playing with one skate. Right. So they're like, we're hoping that go to overtime if I had a little more time. Yeah. The replay reel went way too fast. So I thought, did it glitch out? I love that. Nothing, just the coaches. Say, in the black coaches, coach by, in the red. And when you say all that? Right when they first, when they come onto the ice? And can I have music in the background or what? Yeah. It'll play while you're out? Yeah. Next game?
Yeah. There you are.
Yeah.
I'll shuffle over a bit in the group.
Take.
Shut that down now?
Oh, no, I'm not done yet. As soon as this is done, then I can stop the live. I'm going to stop the live stream on that.
I don't have to do stats. That's what the clock.
I guess we don't really need. Well, should we get stats for the final game? Might as well get the complete set of stats of the season, eh? Yeah. That's okay. We're going to give him. He's going to do the stats on this because it's my team playing next.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but we can use that phone as the replay device then, right? So.
Okay.
Okay.
I could also bring my phone out too. I could stream it on mine.
Because he's doing the DJing, so
Oh, yeah.
that's what I use that phone for. So it'll be okay.
Hey, buddy. Good, man. How you doing?
I like that. Julia Joby.
Yeah, I put some of those.
Is it Job?
Job? Yeah.
Job, not Joby. Okay,
Yeah.
Job.
Job.
I definitely would have said Joby. I was like, that's the
Everybody
weirdest
always say
spelling.
Job, and it's not Job.
Our mics are off, right?
No, they're not.
Oh. All right, so we are signing off now that the replays are done for this U16B Bronze Division game, and we are going to start the next one for the U19B Bronze game right away here. So thanks for coming. There we go.